Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my beloved lecturer Miss Efina Hamdan. So today, my partner and I, RAKIN DEMIRAL, would like to present about the advertisement example that has been provided in the slide before. So before we begin, let me introduce myself first. My name is IQMAL, and I would like to present three parts of the presentations in this segment. So, begin with the first one, which is the owned media. So, owned media is a corporate presence media. So, it is known as on premise signs, or we can call it as a signboard. So, it will make the community much easier to identify that particular store, which is the most popular forms of brand communications. So, based on the picture that has been provided, one of the outlet or store that use this method is Family Mart. That we can see on the picture. Family Mart has a bright color and shining signboard that can attract people to come and spend their money there. So we can conclude that it is a good way of communication. It is a good way of advertising to advertise their product. So we moving on to the second part of this presentation. So the second part of this presentations is a branded media. So branded media is including films, games, and also fun things. Or we can say most of the things that has been included in a leisure stuff, something like that. So a branded media, which is where branded games can be showcased, brand names. For an example that can be highlighted is Sonic. So a Sonic is a game that has been promoted through a few channels of promoting ways, such as movie, merchandise, and so on. Alright, so moving on to the third part of this presentation. So in this part is about interactive media. So interactive media is a corporate interactive media. So in this presentations part, we decided to choose Watson as our example to explain more about these segments of part. So Watson paying mission is the best example that can be highlighted in this part because of the characteristic that they have, which is they are using touching screwdriver by extensive computer database that makes everything become much easier, which is that everything is on the consumer or their buyer's fingertips. So that's all from my part, and now I pass these presentations to my partner RAKIN DEMIRAL.
Alright, thank you for your explanation. So I'll be moving on to my presentation, which is the next point is personal contact media, or the point is personal sales. So what does it mean by personal sales? Personal sales is a face-to-face selling technique by which a salesperson use their interpersonal skills to persuade their customer in buying a particular products. So it was like customer who get persuaded by the company to buy their products. This happens when retail sales employees use personal communication to relay the information about a product and give reasons to buy it. So I'm giving out from an example of a company, which is the Coston Press Company, who giving out their tester to the customer. So when they give out the tester to the customer, they can also explain about their products so that their customer will understand more about their products, and yeah, it will persuade them to buy their products. So yeah, that is the personal sales. Alright guys, so let's move on to the next point, is earned media, or which is the point is word of mouth. So what does it mean by word of mouth? Word of mouth is the most influential form of communication, which consists of buzz and viral communication. So buzz communication is a cycle when people keep talking about a brand, and it also generated by disrupting mutual understanding of what people thinking. So based on the example given, Tom's who creates an awareness to the customers by using the brands where it quotes with every pair you purchase, Tom's will give a pair of new shoes to child in need, 1 for 1. So when people keep talking about the brand, and it can persuade each other to buy a pair of new shoes. Therefore, it can also help a child in need where he said in the quotes, and somehow it promotes the products too. So by using the codes, it can also promote the products. Alright, so last but not least of the point is social media mentions. As we know nowadays, most of the people in the world are using social media to buy products. For example, Instagram, Lazada, Shopee and more. And we can't deny that people will be keep using social media to buy products. And for your information, with 2.3 billion social media users in the world, it can create chances of people looking about a brand are higher. So let me give out an example of a company, KitKat, where KitKat took the chance by using Twitter because Twitter posts are searchable based on their hashtag. So KitKat creates one hashtag for the consumers to use when there's anything regarding KitKat that the consumers want to know and share about. So yeah, that's all from me about personal contact media, earned media and social media mentions. And thank you.